Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Decentralized Bull Channel. Today, we have a very special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, Da Vinci J15. How are you today, my man?
You know how I do. 5x5. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great also myself. So, for the people who don't know Da Vinci yet, Da Vinci bought Bitcoin. No, he actually made a video begging everyone to buy Bitcoin at $1 around 11 years ago.
Yeah, actually it was 2011, March of 2011. So that is like almost 13 years ago. So yeah, cool. Quite some time.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened since then. I think Bitcoin did now sitting at a 45,000x from there.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nice up move for Bitcoin. Uh of course, it's a very volatile market, so don't expect it to actually to stay only going up. There will be down times, but hey, overall, Bitcoin will prevail and do well.
Yes, that's definitely for sure. So even the last couple months have been very, very bullish, I would say.
hmm Yeah,
So I think,
exactly. Especially since Bitcoin, it was down in the doldrums thanks to FTX, but this was normal because you know what, Bitcoin, right, always has its up periods and its down periods. And right now we're headed into the up periods, right? And of course we're not fully there yet, but sometime next year at this time it'll just be nonstop party. This
yes,
time exactly next year.
exactly. So as Da Vinci said, the Bitcoin likes to move in cycles. Maybe you can explain a little bit about cycles and
Yes, well, because Bitcoin supply gets cut in half every 4 years, it causes what's called deflation to occur in the money supply because it is going to be money, and if you don't believe it's going to be money, well, you must not. If you must be exactly like the kind of person who didn't believe electricity was going to be used in everybody's house, and yet today it is, right? Why was that? Because it was 1,000 times better than oil, gas, and candles. Now, people didn't believe that back then. They didn't see that back then, but it is. Doesn't matter whether you see it or not, right? So now, if you say you don't see that Bitcoin is money, well, when the time comes and it becomes money, you say, "Well, I heard that he told me it's money, but I didn't see it." It's your own damn fault. So, with that said, moving back to the cycles, when we have deflation in a money supply, it generally causes it to go up in value, right? So money is when you see its value go up, it actually means prices come down. So we see a rapid price is coming down, well, because we hold Bitcoin as money. So we get like a 10x reward sometimes of prices reduction, right? Because we hold Bitcoin as money. And so if you were to do the same thing, right, and be smart about it, yeah, you'd see the same result. So maybe right now you'll start going, guess I should have saving that Bitcoin money.
what do you like so much about Bitcoin and why do you think it's superior to money, fiat money, or other currencies?
Well, it's superior than other money that we use today. 1,000 times better than the money we use today. But it's even better than the money we used in the past, which is gold and silver. With gold and silver, right? At least, if they debased it, right? Meaning if they put crappy metals in it, you'd be like, oh, really? I I'm gonna want more of these, right? And that's it. It was pretty straightforward. But with today's money, they print more, and you don't really get a sense of what's happening as prices go up. But that's not the real problem. Even though that's the major problem, the real problem, the problems that you can really see in your day-to-day life is just getting on a plane with more than $10,000 and see what happens. Just going to do a OTC transaction, like for example, if you're in the United States, you can't buy Bitcoin from somebody selling it on the street. You'd go to jail. They're like, what? Yeah, federal prison.
Yeah, that sounds so strange for people who are living in Dubai, because there you can literally do OTC with everyone and everywhere.
Yes. This is the scary situation of our current financial system. And so and also you want to transfer wealth. Let's just say you want to transfer $1 million to anywhere in the world. What would happen? Well, for the most people on this planet, including myself and and I'm sure you, Mario, if you were to try to do that, you'll see very quickly that that money will take forever to get there. You'll be lucky if it doesn't. It gets there within 6 months. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. And I don't care if you don't believe it or not because you don't have $1 million. How about you do something else? You go to your bank and take out $5,000. Just $5,000. See what happens.
They will probably ask what you want it
They'll
for.
tell you. You'll be lucky. You'll be lucky if they don't call the police on your butt. Right? Say, this guy's like doing some money laundering out here. What does he need that money for? Right? It's not your money. That's the scary thing. Yeah, and the bank is right. It isn't your money. You lent it to them. When you have money in the bank, you're actually lending them that money and it belongs to them. And thus, when you try to take it out, they have to actually gather some money together, right? And that's really difficult to do. So because they
Exactly,
don't have
because
spent it.
yeah, because I think like around 90% of the money is just digits, like just numbers, and most of the banks they
Yeah,
don't
well,
have the
I
real
mean,
cash.
even moving the digits, right? The reason why, for example, they will call you up if you try to move, pay for something very expensive and move a lot of money to another bank, they'd be like, hold on here, dog. We need to talk to you. We need to find out if this transaction is legit.
Yeah,
And they'll
sounds
try to delay it because they don't have the money.
exactly. I think most of the people don't know. So basically, banks, for $1 they can borrow $10 from the central bank. So that's why they
Well,
use your money
that
for.
was, you're right. You're right. That was the case before COVID. That's how it worked. However, after COVID, what happened was, sometime in March of 2020, I forget which date, but in March, but it's irrelevant. All reserve requirements went to zero. So meaning, technically, they don't need to reserve $1 for every $10 that they create. They can create as much as they want. There is no reserve requirements. Zero.
Oh,
So their
that's very
leverage no
scary.
longer 10-1. They're leveraged as much as they want.
So that's why I don't use banks at all. I just when I need them, I transfer something, then I transfer it out. I don't like to hold my cash on the bank. I'm like 99% in crypto, I would say. You can also hold it in stable coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I think that's a much more safe and secure way to hold your money, and you still have full ownership of your assets.
That's correct. That's correct. That's how I do. Right. I only use the banking system when I absolutely have to because their systems are designed so that you have to fall in their window of control in order to advance in the banking system in order to get more credit, which is basically allowing you to print more money. And so you have to fall into their narrower and narrower rules as more and more money you need to borrow from them. And so yeah, that's the situation. Borrowing money is from a bank is basically akin to printing. And so